So last week, I feel like I was really struggling, and I was struggling with feeling like I wasn't achieving my goals. And I can't remember where. It's something I've heard of before where it says about you should really reflect and think about the little wins and celebrate those little wins a bit more, because people tend to get, like I do, sort of into that sort of routine where certain things become so normal for you that for others they're like a huge win. You don't celebrate them and you just completely forget that they are even wins and feel like you're not progressing with anything. And when I had a look at my calendar, I had a look at my task app and stuff like that, I realized that there's a shit ton of stuff that I do, and they're all just like routine, normal stuff for me. But to other people, some of this stuff would be wins. Even down to little things like in one of my companies, the oldest one I've got, a cleaning company, which I'm probably going to sell at some point soon. You know, we get clients day in, day out with that. And I never see that as a win. That's just like normal. I don't see that as a win. Like it's an expectation as opposed to me thinking, yeah, like that's great. Well done me. Or well done the team who are actually bringing in the new clients and stuff. So it's something that I think more people need to reflect on, particularly if you've been at it for a while and you might not realize the little wins you're having. Even little things like if you hate reading, but you know, you've got through a big chunk of a book or something like that, that's a little win that you really should pat yourself on the back for and just think, yeah, because I wouldn't normally do that. You know, if you've got your fat ass down the gym and, you know, done a session and you haven't done one for 6 months, yeah, it's another win, but you may not see it that way. Celebrating those little wins, it's not only about deluding yourself that you're doing well, whatever. It's more about the fact that you need those little celebrations to keep going. You need those little wins to keep going, or I feel like people do, because this stuff is hard. If you're trying to build a business, trying to build, whether it's investing or you're the entrepreneur with a startup or whatever, it is hard. And it can feel draining, it can feel lonely, it can feel very stressful. It can be financially stressful as well. There's a lot of things going on. And without those little wins, you don't get those little dopamine hits in your head. So I think it's about reframing it. And I literally watched a video, it wasn't even a video, it was like a little clip on TikTok yesterday of Alex Hormozi, where he basically said something like, if you can decide to just be miserable and unhappy for no reason, you might as well decide to be happy for no reason at all. And it kind of made sense, like, because we do have that control and a lot of us don't utilize it. We go to the negative, or certainly, you know, a lot of people like me and maybe wired more that way. So yeah, I just want to share that. It's like important to share, to celebrate those wins, those little wins, and that can help keep you going for those bigger wins, help you towards those goals and help you realize you are getting somewhere, you are getting further down the line, and you are getting closer to reaching your much bigger goals. That, by the way, people, if you're like me, when you do start getting closer to those bigger goals, during that time frame, you would have set other bigger goals and they just get bigger over time. So in a way, you never really meet them. I think it's just that you start to understand that your self-doubt, your confidence and your self-belief or whatever, over time, when you realize actually this stuff is pretty easy, like to get to this stage, let me set a bigger goal so we can get to this next stage, next level, whatever you want to call it. I just think that just keeps going forever. But anyway, that's my 2 cents worth on that. So enjoy your day. Bye.